Hey, love. Welcome to No Matcha, No Mama, the podcast where we pour a little matcha and a whole lot of truth. Every week, I sit with someone I admire, founders, healers, creatives, and friends, and we share a matcha I've crafted just for them. Everything here is intentional. The ingredients in your cup, the energy that we bring, the stories that we open. But this is more than just a podcast. It's a space for feeling seen, understood, and reminded that whatever you are walking through, you are not walking through it alone. At its heart, the show is about exploring how we can truly thrive through all the mess and magic of being human. There's also space to explore the evolving world of longevity and aging well, from new discoveries, treatments, and practices that actually make a difference in our lives so that we can keep showing up for ourselves, our families, and our communities, while remembering that we are all figuring it out as we go. And here we start with matcha, because how we start matters. Okay, hi.
Hi.
So today I am sitting with Tanya Reynolds. Some of you may know her as Dr. T, right? She's a chiropractor and nervous system focused practitioner whose work bridges physical body, emotional patterns, and the way our brains and bodies communicate under stress. Tanya is the founder of Innate Love Wellness, where she integrates Neuro Emotional Technique, muscle testing, and structural alignment to help people move out of survival mode and back into a state of regulation and ease. And what I love about her approach is how grounded she is, deeply informed by the nervous system, rooted in the body, and focused on creating change that actually sticks rather than quick fixes. So thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
Let's dive in.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for having me too,
Of
by the way.
course. I'm so excited you're here. So matcha is my ritual. It's the first thing, not first thing I do every morning, but like one of those things that grounds me if I don't get to myself in the morning. And I was wondering what is yours? And obviously I made you a special matcha.
Yeah,
so
it's so good.
I know you don't drink matcha.
Yeah, I don't normally drink matcha. This is fantastic. I think I'm going to be
turn you
changing some
on
of my
to
morning
it.
routine into this. I love it.
It's so good.
But really the biggest thing in the morning, and I just recently changed it literally in the last 6 months.
What is it?
Is I've been doing Vedic meditation as soon as I friggin' wake up in the morning for 20 minutes.
Yeah, I've heard of Vedic. Yeah. Can you explain what it is for
incredible.
those who don't know what it is?
Yeah, so it's a type of meditation, and I've always been told I need to do it, right? So I'm really big with energy. So I'll see Akashic readers and shamans and all these things, right? Everyone has always said you need to do meditation. But I could never calm my brain down. So with Vedic, it's okay to have your brain go. And you don't have to be sitting in a certain position. You don't have to be holding this or holding that or all these to-dos. It's basically, what I love about it is that I can let my brain go. And then when my brain stops, I know that that's when I'm actually diving deep into. The girl who taught me says that's when actually you dive in and you actually touch that infinite. Touch that source.
Amazing.
And I've seen such a big change. It's not like a night and day change, right? It's not like when you take a medication, I have a headache, I take an Advil, it's gone. Not like that. These subtle things where, I have 3 kids, 2 are in college, one's in graduate school, the other one's in college, and I have an 11-year-old. So it's like all over the thing, right? So it's all these,
that's a little spaced
right?
out.
It's all these milestones, different milestones happening at different times. And you're like, a lot of times I'm just like, what the hell, right? But I've noticed since I started doing the meditation in the morning, that I can actually things come to me and I'm just like, okay. I'm not triggered.
It also, I feel like I have never done Vedic meditation, but I've heard of it and I know people that do it. I find that when you learn to also pay attention to those thoughts and understand what your body is trying to communicate with you, that's also great, because a lot of people think that meditation, you're supposed to just be still and calm.
That's
when
right.
really it's not that at all. And there isn't a right way to meditate.
Yep.
You can do a walking meditation. You can do a guided meditation. You can literally meditate however you want. Laying down, sitting up, anything. Mm-hmm. So people just need, it's great that you found that, because people just need to figure out their way that makes sense to meditate.
Right. It's that connection.
Yeah.
That's what
Whatever
it is.
helps you connect.
Right. When I'm adjusting, right, we do pretty high volume adjusting, and it's open room adjusting, right? So it's just 3 tables in a room and we're just boom, 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 go back, boom, boom, boom. That was a form of meditation for me. Answers would come to me as I'm on that, right? We start everybody face down for a couple of reasons, but one of the reasons so that I can start to connect without you telling me what's wrong. I can connect to your innate. And that was a form of meditation as well.
Oh, is that why it's called innate love?
Innate love, yeah. Because we love the power of innate. Just like you said, body's always sending us signals. Our job is to listen, right? Like it's constantly texting you. You know what I mean? And are you listening or are you not listening? Right?
Yeah.
So as much as I love to know what's going on with a patient, really the utmost is let me just connect to your innate because that's where the power is. Right?
Connection to their energy.
Yeah. And that's meditation. Right? And you're right. Anywhere where you feel connection to source, connection to yourself, to that innate, that's meditation. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I love that.
That's nice.
So can you walk us through your wellness journey, the experience that led you into this work, and then how that shaped the practice you built today for those of you who are like not aware of
what you do and what I do.
Yeah, exactly.
So I always wanted to be a pediatrician. I always knew that I wanted to help people. I was so lucky. I didn't realize how lucky I was to know that from a young age. And now that I have boys that are figuring out what they want to do, I realize that that's really a gift, you know, knowing what you want to do from the beginning.
I didn't know.
Takes so much pressure off when you know. Yeah, like it's a thing. But so I always knew that. But I was in a pretty bad car accident, ended up going to a chiropractor, just personal injury sort of thing. Thank God she was someone that actually taught the philosophy of the body heals itself from the inside out. The power that made the body heals the body, that sort of mentality. So she was teaching me that. I was 16. I was just like, yeah, whatever, right? So then I was diagnosed with dysplasia, cervical dysplasia, precancer cells of the cervix.
Oh, goodness.
Right around 17.
How did they diagnose that? Just a pap smear?
Yeah. So they went in, cut it out 3 times. They wanted to go in again and cut it out. I was 18 at the point. They wanted to cut it out again.
Were those painful surgeries?
Yeah. It's really painful. The biopsies are worse. They don't give you
I've done a biopsy too.
It's
like,
so
this is
barbaric. Like, what are you doing? But anyway, that's a completely different story, right? But then they were telling me, hey, if it comes back, we may have to do a partial hysterectomy. Remember, I'm 18.
Oh my God.
Right? So I was like, oh no, that's not going to happen.
Getting your ovaries removed?
Yes. A partial. Yes, exactly.
How do you do a partial?
I went out of that clinic with my mom and I was like, Mom, I'm not doing this. I'm going to go back to the chiropractor because I remember her connecting to my low back. I cheered through high school and was dropped all the time. I was the adrenaline junkie, right? All kinds of trauma. The nerves from your low back go into your reproductive organs.
They do?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where they go.
Well, I guess everything's connected.
Right?
So.
Yeah. So I went back to her and Dr. Joan and I was like, hey, this is what's going on. And she started adjusting me, changing my diet. I was literally living on Coca-Cola and Snickers bars.
Yeah, you were.
Whatever. I was.
Teenager.
Yeah. So we did that. 3 months later, went back in for another checkup. Gone and has never come back.
Amazing.
So that's where I was like, I want to be a chiropractor. I want to check. I want to do that. That's what I want to do.
Wow.
So that's how I got into it. So then moved to Atlanta and went to Life University in Atlanta and got my bachelor's degree there as well as my chiropractic degree. My oldest son actually just went to chiropractic school in Atlanta too. Yeah, I'm so excited.
So is he going to work with you?
I don't know. He wants more sports. I'm more family. You know, my age range in my office is about 20 to 30-year-olds. That's my favorite kind of generation to take care of. I love it. I don't know what he'll do. He might do something different. But the chiropractic for me, I started doing full spine adjusting, hands-on. But then things in my life started happening. So I started changing how I was eating or trying a supplement. Or I had my youngest son, who's now 11, had a lot of breathing issues when he was born. And I had him at home, all natural births. None of my kids have been vaccinated. Ever, not for anything, no medication.
What did you do for school?
Nothing. So California was a philosophical exemption when I first came here.
Yeah, none of that exists anymore.
So there's always ways that we get around that. I don't put my kids in public school. Christian schools are normally more open to allowing you to have your own choice in medical freedom, right? Which is what we're supposed to have anyway. And so that's where my kids have always gone to school, either Catholic school, Christian school, because they just allow you to have medical freedom, which I think is really freaking important. I think we're really realizing that after COVID. It was such a blessing in COVID for people to start asking questions.
Yeah.
And that is one of my favorite things about COVID, is that people started asking questions.
But California is still really tough on
It's really tough, but there's ways around it. I mean, I have kids in school right now. You know, I have a lot of my patients, we help to point them in directions of how they can get into school without vaccinations. So it's a touchy subject too, especially with Newsom. So it's tough. He's a really
it's a
big
touchy
proponent.
subject in general in this state.
Yeah, for sure.
And
it's
the
like,
city.
Yeah. It's like religion, politics, and vaccines. Don't talk about those things.
No.
You know, at all.
No.
But back to my little one, right? Breathing issues. I started getting introduced to laser. That's class 2 lasers. Actually heals down with the mitochondria of the cells, and it starts to rebuild the cells that you're putting the laser on, right? Whether it's lungs, arms, whatever the injury is, whatever you want. Concussions, we shoot it through the mouth to get the brain stem. And
so
then
you have
all
lasers in your...
We have lasers. We do spinal decompression. Disc issues, right?
Wow.
I had a really bad disc issue. So that's where I was introduced to decompression. So anything that happens to me or my family, I try it on myself or my family. And if it works, then I bring it into the office.
I always found that I find that chiropractors are misunderstood because I misunderstand chiropractors. I've always thought that you go to see them and then you keep having to go back to make more adjustments.
Right.
Is your goal to get someone to stop seeing you at a certain point?
For pain,
yes.
100%. We do a care plan, a corrective care plan, right? So we're going to take x-rays on everyone. That's a really big thing for me. I don't want to guess about what's going on. It's really important for me to see. There's some things we can't do certain adjustments because there's something going on in the body, right? We need to know what that is. But once we get through a corrective care program, whatever that is for each person, pain should be gone way before then. And then we want to teach the body how to maintain that correction that caused the pain in the first place.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
Right? So then after that, you want to maintain that. Once you start getting adjusted, you're going to feel what it feels like to be in alignment and to be able to function to the highest capability your nervous system is able to do.
Interesting.
That's what people get addicted to. Where you say, once you go, you're always going.
Yeah.
It's like once you eat healthy, don't you always want to eat healthy? Once you go to the gym and you know what it feels like, you always want to go to the gym. Because when we do things that are healthy for our body, we want to keep doing those things. And that's why I have patients that have been with me for 10, 20 years. That's why I have 20-year-olds that started with me that are now having babies that they bring their kids in, right? Because if we can handle the issues that are coming out for us in our 20s and 30s, those things normally started as elementary school, middle school, they started to develop. But if we can actually handle that when the baby's at birthing process, or at 5, 10, 20, whatever that is, now we stop them from dealing with all the stuff we're dealing with as an adult.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Birthing process is one of the most traumatic events we go through.
Yeah.
And especially when we do it in the hospital.
Yeah.
Right? Because we're twisting and torquing that baby's head. If you're lucky enough to get a vaginal birth.
Yeah, I had one. Yeah.
C-sections are even worse.
Oh, why?
Because they're cutting and then pulling. Anyone who's ever had a C-section, my first one was an emergency C-section. So you could feel the pull, the yanking of the baby coming out. Even though you're numb, you feel the pressure, right?
Yeah.
Plus, coming down the vaginal canal, there's a reason why we have contractions like this, right? Because it's doing this to the head here. And that starts to get the CSF fluid, the cerebral spinal fluid, flowing throughout the body. And that fluid is what detoxes the nervous system. Right? So if we don't have that, we've got to make sure the babies come in and we're pumping.
Interesting. So with kids, it's obviously a different kind of adjustment because you can't
we don't need to
yank 'em.
twist, right? So if you put your finger over your eye like this, that's as much pressure as it takes to adjust a baby. That's it. Just sustained pressure. That's it. You can feel it just slip. I have a baby right now who was throwing up. Breastfed baby, throwing up. I adjusted her last week in the middle of the spine because that's where the nerve goes to the epigastric area where it's there. And mom came in today, said she's not spitting up anymore.
Wow.
Yeah, the body can heal itself. You just have to know how to listen and what to do once it is sending you those messages.
Interesting.
Right? Like a headache isn't a lack of aspirin in your body.
What is it, according to you?
It depends on what's going on. It could be a subluxation, bones out of alignment right here behind your ears. It's your first and second bone in your neck. Mm-hmm. Could be that, right? It could be an emotional issue, right? Like if there's a chronic physical thing that keeps going on and on and on, even though we've done everything, we do pre and post x-rays. The post x-rays look great. We can't figure it out. Like what the heck is going on?
Emotional?
Then we look at emotional because anything physical has an emotional component to it.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's where we start to do NET, which is Neuro Emotional Technique.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah.
Can you get into that? How is it different from like talk therapy or other somatic modalities?
Yeah. So I do a combination of quantum neurology along with Neuro Emotional Technique.
What's quantum neurology?
Yeah, exactly. Let's just dig. So if you think about it, right? Like quantum neurology is up here. If we have and then we deal with neuroemotional, which is inside the body. Okay. So it's like a field. Quantum neurology is like a field up here, if you will.
Yeah.
If we have a trauma, right, and it could be anything.
Yeah.
Let's say you're 2 years old and you fell down, but at the same time you saw a black dog run by. Mm-hmm. Right? So somehow in your brain, you connected the pain you had from falling to actually a dog. So every time you see a dog, instinctively from age 3 when you fell and you had that experience, now you're scared of dogs, but you don't know why. You can talk about it all day long, but you're not going to resolve what's implanted in your nervous system, right? What's out here in this field. So what we do is we take that experience, right? And then as a human, we build all like a jellyfish tentacles. We build all these belief systems off of that dog. I'm afraid of that dog because I'm in pain because of this dog, even though it's not true. It doesn't matter. So all these decisions are made from that, all these belief patterns, everything. And then there's belief patterns off of this. It's like this, right? That is what it is. So what we do is with neuroemotional, we go in, we use muscle testing and we go in and we dig through the emotion that comes up with certain acupuncture points or organ points throughout the body.
Interesting.
And certain acupoints and nerve and organ points are related to certain emotions, anger, shame, all kinds of things, resentment, whatever it is, right? There's a chart that says it. So what we do is we go through all of that, we clear it, we do remedies, right, that you'll take with you and you do throughout the week. And then what that does is that just the experience, you and I doing that, we start to dissolve that experience. And then the remedies completely dissolve it. And then if this is gone, all the spider webs are gone too.
Are the remedies you're talking about the homeopathic, like...
They're sprays.
The sprays,
like homeopathic sprays. Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
It's really, really cool. And we can tell if it's a physical issue or an emotional issue we need to deal with just by muscle testing.
Oh, by
muscle testing and touching different areas in the body.
Wow.
It's really, really, really cool stuff. And clearly I know how to do it and I've done it, but every single time I do it, it's incredible. I have a patient who her whole life, she coughs before she goes to bed. She just coughs. I've done it on her. 80% better, she said. 80% better. Every day it's getting better. It's like how? I wish I could tell, but it's one of those things.
It's like this weird magic.
Yeah, like have you heard of Louise Hay?
Yes,
kind of, right?
Yeah.
So
explain.
So she says in her her research that every area of the body has an emotional component to it, right?
Yeah.
Just like NET, but a little bit different.
Okay.
So like shoulder represents anger.
Okay.
Knees represent stubborn ego and pride, difficulty stepping forward because of your ego and pride, right? Low back has a lot to do with financial things. Neck is emotion, right? So there's all these different things with Louise Hay, but NET also goes into that. But the nice thing is NET can actually clear the crisis and then all the belief patterns go away.
How do you figure out what the crisis is?
Through muscle testing.
But are you like asking questions?
Yep.
Okay.
So I'll ask for a declaration. Like,
can you take us through the process a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So, tell me something that's going on with you. Easy, really quick.
I'm trying to work on better communication with my husband.
Okay, great. So say a declaration. I have great communication with my husband. Something of that, but it has to be in your words.
I have great communication with my husband.
Perfect. So then I would muscle test you to see if that's strong or weak. If it goes weak, then yes, that's something we need to work on. If it's strong, I would say, tell me more about the communication with your husband. Then we would dig into actually what it was, right? We would say that declaration. Muscle test, if it went weak, we know we're on the right path.
Interesting.
Right? So then we'll start going through, and there's acupressure points on your wrist. And then we go through and I do certain points as you're saying that, and I wait for the muscle test to change. And then that point will then lead me to the chart of the emotions that correspond with that point.
Wow.
Right? So then we go into, is it money? Is it love? And we go through the questions as I'm muscle testing you with that.
That's fascinating.
Then we go through and say, okay, put that in a sentence, that emotion with what you want in a sentence that makes sense. And then we take it all the way back to when's the first time you felt, I'm making this up, resentment. Because that's what we're boiling down to, right? Like we say that's where we boil down to.
Sure.
When's the first time you felt resentment in your life? So then we'll go conception to 10 to 20. And so we can narrow it down to an actual age. Wow. Then we say, what was happening at 8? What was going on at 8? Where were you? If you could remember, what would it be? Right?
Cool.
So then you bring that up. Then we do a certain thing like this. You come down and you think about that. And then we do certain points on your spine to clear that emotion.
Wow.
So now we're dissolving. And then we retest to make sure your muscle is strong again. Your muscle testing is strong.
Yeah.
And then we test to see if you need any remedies to supplement yourself to completely dissolve it. It's absolutely incredible.
That sounds amazing. I kind of want to try it.
Yeah. It would be really fun. It's really fun. And the thing I like about it, I did talk therapy for a little while, right? I got sick of talking about why do I have to talk for 5 years about the same thing?
Also, I find that it doesn't always work for everybody.
No.
So like you have to kind of figure out, like, if something's not working for you, try something else and see if you respond to that. And maybe that doesn't respond to you. You don't respond to that either. Then pick something else.
And maybe it's a combination.
Right. Like I love trying all these different modalities because I'm always trying to like find ways to like improve myself and get rid of belief systems and all of these things. So like,
that's right. And belief systems normally come, right? They can come from the past. So when you do this quantum neurology part with the NET, you're actually clearing 7 generations of past trauma around that and 7 generations in the future.
Wow.
So your kids, remember, we keep recreating.
Yes, we keep passing down.
Right. So the cool thing is that when you do this work,
you relieve it from everyone else.
You're freaking healing the future.
That sounds lovely.
Right? And 2026 is all about that. Right? That's the horse. We're moving forward. It's time. We've shed. Thank God. Please, God, let the shedding be done. And now we're moving forward.
Yeah.
You know, so it's all in that alignment.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm always searching too. I just did this new thing. This lady, Dorothy, Monday, I did it. I have to tell you if it's okay.
Sure.
It was amazing. I
can't
even tell you exactly because it's still new to me.
Okay.
But it's based in mathematics and geometry.
Okay.
And it's clearing frequencies. I know. I can't tell you more than that. It's clearing frequencies.
So what did it do for you?
It was incredible. So for me, I was like, I don't know what is going on. I've been having... like things just aren't flowing in my life, all aspects, my love life, my family life, friends, business, like what's going on? Things just always, stuck. Like things have always seemed to work out for me somehow. And they just haven't the past year. I don't know what's going on. I've tried all the things, right? So I did this session with her over Zoom, which is friggin' great. Another blessing from COVID. Over Zoom. And what it boiled down to is worthiness. right? So I have some debt and I don't know why can't I clear this debt? Like, where's it coming from? Like, why do I have such an issue with clearing this debt? Debt comes from not feeling worthy. Didn't know that. So everything that was happening that I was calling her about had to do with my own self-worth, not feeling worthy. So she boils that down. So my thing was, I'm worthy. I'm worthy of love. I'm worthy of financial abundance. I'm worthy of success. I'm worthy of whatever, right? I cannot tell you. I work in the office Tuesday through Friday. Every single day this week, we've had an increase of new patients, an increase of patient visits, increase of activity of dating, increase of my kids being in a better mental state, increase in collection out of nowhere.
Collection?
Just collection money. Abundance. Just money just dropping. Like, no idea. Exactly. That's why So she gives you also these little, they're called body gyms. So you do these certain like body sort of movements. And I'm like, as it started happening, I'm like, how many times a day can I do this? But it really was. Yeah. It was really, Dina was amazing. Like, wow. I'm going to do more work with it. Like I do. Everything I do in my office, I practice on myself and my kids first.
Yeah.
Is what it is. And then when I know for sure and I feel solid that it just wasn't like a one-time fluke, then I bring it into the office.
Oh, so you're thinking about bringing it into the office?
Oh, yeah.
How would you bring it into the office?
She teaches you how to do it.
Oh.
And I'm just going to start referring patients. I think I referred 2 people today to her. I'm like, I need everybody to know what this is.
Wow.
Like, it's incredible, just like NET. Like NET was amazing for me.
You should try out what I've been working with someone named Tommy Sobel. I just did a recording with him. He does super conscious healing. So he takes you into a meditative state and he basically removes your limiting beliefs.
Oh, I'm in.
I was working with him. I've done 2 sessions and we're dealing with something like I have stress around time. Like anything that basically involves time.
Right.
Stresses me out in some way, shape, or form. Like even being present, like thinking I need to be somewhere else while I am somewhere.
I
have this huge issue. So I worked with him 2 sessions and I feel like so different. Now it's no longer like a guttural reaction whenever something involves time. It's a choice to respond. And like allowing myself to be okay with being late or something involving time. I'm like, you know what? I am okay. Whereas before I couldn't.
Yeah, it was almost like you're popped out of your body.
Yeah, like I couldn't.
But you're here now.
But yeah.
That's priceless.
Yeah, so if you're interested,
I'm interested. You know, I'm interested in all the things.
He also teaches what he does too.
That's what I like combining it all. Just like you said earlier, one thing doesn't always work for everybody.
Right.
And one thing doesn't always work forever for the person it worked for in the beginning.
You have to try other things.
Little things, right? And that's what I love too about what's happening in society right now. People are really open and understanding. There's a spiritual side to us. And it's a really important side.
Yeah.
It's a really important side.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because it used to just be when I was growing up, the doctor tells you what to do. It's a white coat. You don't ask questions.
Yeah.
It's not like that anymore.
Everybody's asking questions. Or you should be asking questions.
Yeah. It's important to ask questions. You know, it's important. They don't know. These medical doctors don't know. I don't know everything.
No.
None of us do.
But
it's nice to have a team.
We know nothing.
Exactly. And your gut, your intuition knows more than I'll ever know. Like your intuition is mother's intuition.
Yes.
So freaking important.
So important.
It's so big.
Yeah.
We minimize that.
Yeah.
You have 2 kids.
2. I have a 1-year-old and a 3.5-year-old.
Oh, you're in it, girl. Yeah.
But it's so cute and beautiful.
Are you nursing?
No.
Okay.
I stopped in August.
Okay.
And then I had enough to follow me until to follow her into 1 year. So I stocked a ton of frozen milk.
Good for you. That's hard work.
Yeah. I had to stop. We were going to Italy and I was like, I do not feel like pumping while I'm in Italy.
There you go.
And on my, I
don't want to do it.
So I freeze dried my milk.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's expensive. I use this company called Milkify.
Okay.
I sent in my frozen breast milk
Wow. I've never heard of this.
They freeze dried it and they sent me. And so I just brought my freeze dried milk and put it into water.
Thanks God.
I was like, this is amazing.
That's incredible.
And the expense was worth every penny because I saved my sanity. I was like, the thought of traveling because we were gone for 3 weeks. Thought of traveling for 3 weeks, pumping, bringing the milk with me everywhere. I was like, I can't, because you have to refrigerate the milk. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that would have been so intense.
I couldn't. So I was like, you know what? I'm stopping. I'm doing this. So for all you mamas out there and you're traveling and you want to stop, freeze dry your frozen breast milk.
Wow.
And I will link that in the show notes. Milkify.
Yeah, that's pretty huge. I nursed all my boys until they were a little bit over 2 years old.
Oh my God. How did you do it?
It was insane. So they came to the office with me. Oh my God. My oldest I had halfway through chiropractic school. I would go in the bathroom and pump.
How did you do that?
If I would have known that, if I would have known that, I could have stopped earlier and just had the milk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you have to pump every time you nurse to get the milk. You had to be pumping all the time. It is a full-time job.
More than a full-time job. Yeah. Because it takes away your sanity.
Mm-hmm. It does. And your peace of mind and your autonomy. That was
also so emotional when you do it. Like your hormones are raging.
All over. And did you lose weight when you were nursing?
I did some. And then when I stopped nursing, all the water weight came off.
Yep. Same here. I had a patient today. She's like, I thought when you nursed, you lost weight. I'm like,
to an extent,
not as much as you think you were going. Yeah. And I told her, I'm like, as soon as you're done,
you burn more calories for sure. And I think it depends on your metabolism. Like, I think everyone is so different that
absolutely.
I lost a lot of my baby weight, but a lot of your baby weight is liquid and blood. Yeah. And so it also depends on how much weight you gain during your pregnancy.
Totally.
But when you stop breastfeeding, you lose all of the water retention. You have to, by the way, you have to retain water to breastfeed because that is what your body uses to make the milk.
Yep.
So you're supposed to keep water in places as a reserve.
Yeah. That's the way the body works. Yeah. That's the way it works. We have to start listening to the body a little bit more.
Yes, we do.
Trusting it.
All right, I want to get back to your practice because it's fine. This is, very relatable conversation about women.
Yeah, this is kind of how we talk.
Why do emotions stay stored in the body instead of resolving on their own?
Because a lot of times there's no way to get them out.
Okay.
Right?
So they just get stuck.
Yeah, so they get stuck. So that's why breath work is so good. Right? Somatic therapy is so good. Do you know about somatic?
Yes.
Somatic's fantastic.
It's great.
Big fan. That's a good way. Sometimes we do need to
I worked with somebody before she came on the podcast. Her name was Katie Grossman. She does
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I wonder if I know her.
Maybe.
But I'm a big, big somatic fan.
You should try her out or talk to her.
Yeah,
she's great. Anyway.
No, agreed. I think we're in this together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they'll get trapped. Okay. And the only way to get them out, number one, change your physiology. That is one of my biggest things that I tell my boys all the time. Do something hard. If you're stressed, because you're going to feel stress somewhere in your body. Sometimes I'll feel it here. Sometimes I'll feel it in my gut.
Yeah.
Some people feel it TMJ. That is stress, right? So depending upon where you feel it, you want to move the body in those areas. So I always say, we're going to the mountains and we're going to climb a hill. My little one would scream and cry. And as soon as I got him out into Red Rock, made him start walking, he would get in the water, he'd be fine. But it really is about changing our physiology. You have to change the physiology.
Wow.
Right? Now, that's not going to get rid of the emotion completely, but it's going to allow the right and left side of the brain to start to communicate again. Right? There's a bridge between them, a chiasm. And what happens is that when we're stressed, when we're triggered, it's like that bridge is broke. It's like the 405 has just been cut in half and there's no getting through, but there's a hell of a lot of traffic that's building up. So that's what happens. That's where we do that sort of fight or flight that we're in a lot of, the sympathetic response.
Yeah.
So what happens when you start to do something difficult, challenging, change your physiology, is it rebuilds that bridge. And now you can think again. You go into more parasympathetic and not fight or flight. Make sense? But then to be able to actually get it out of the body, that's where NET comes from. That's where breath work comes from. That's where somatic healing comes from. Because you actually have to almost, I don't want to say in a medical way, but like a process of getting it out. Okay. Right? I work with a shaman as well.
Wow.
And a lot of times she'll get the energy out.
Wow.
Crazy story.
Okay,
I was working with a shaman.
Okay.
Melina, she's incredible. She lives in Mexico, but does Zoom stuff. That's what she was doing on me, right? So you think it's not even that powerful, right? But it's more powerful when it's freaking on Zoom.
When I worked with Tommy, it was over Zoom.
Oh, yeah. Like again, thanks COVID for that, because we opened up to the possibility of Zoom. Anyway, so I was in a really bad, my youngest son, his dad was didn't even know I was in an emotionally abusive relationship, had no idea, super narcissistic, had no idea. Then I was starting to discover it through the divorce process and everything, right? And I was gaining so much weight. I had no idea why, like nothing. You were
holding on to stored
protection.
Emotion.
Yeah, exactly. So she was doing a ceremony, a cacao ceremony with me. So she was doing a cacao ceremony and she gave me rapé. Are you familiar with rapé?
Yes,
so
but explain what it is.
Yeah, so it's 100% tobacco and it's normally blessed and has good energy from other shamans, things like this. So they blow it up the nose. It decalcifies the pineal gland. So it's
I've done
connection.
It before.
Yeah, amazing, isn't it?
It feels very weird.
Very weird. All of a sudden, I went to the bathroom. I started throwing up black sludge. I wish I could have recorded it for some reason for people to believe me, but I swear to God, it was like this. Like the visual, obviously I couldn't see it, but what it felt like it looked like was my mouth was open and just black sludge. And it was just all black in the toilet.
It was like an exorcism.
That's exactly what she told me it was. But no joke, over the next month, I lost 20 pounds.
And you weren't even doing anything different?
And I always felt sick right here. Always. It's like someone sucker punched you, you know? But after that,
oh my God.
Like, what the hell is that? Talk about, how does this happen? I don't know.
That's insane.
But she is one of the most powerful workers I've ever experienced in my entire life.
Have you gone to her since?
Oh, yeah. I bring her to LA a lot.
Really?
To work with my patients.
Amazing. Yeah. What do people work like? What would be another example of someone needing to work with her?
It's sort of what we're talking about with neuro emotional and quantum neurology. Stuck. I don't know why I have shoulder pain. Right?
Yeah.
I have no idea why. Everything looks good. I've done x-rays. And I'm like, hey, it doesn't need to be adjusted. We've done acupuncture. We've done massage. whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like at a loss. Like, I don't get it. That's someone I would refer to Melina. What's going on here? Right. And there's normally something stored here.
Wow.
She also, have you ever heard of a death doula?
A death doula?
Helping, you know how we have birth doulas?
Yeah.
Helping bring life into the planet?
Yeah.
Death doula helping bring people out of the planet. No. Really freaking cool. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? So she does some work like that.
Okay.
So that would be someone I would refer over. But also intuitively, because I'm touching so many people, like there's
you can kind of figure out who might need her.
Hey, there's something going on here. There's emotion build. I'm just, as an example, right? You're on my table and I'm adjusting and I just, like, your mom's sitting here in your gut. And I don't know why, but I think you need to see Melina. Like, there's something in here going on. Let's check that out. Wow. And then she'll go in and work on that.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's also sort of an intuitive thing. As a chiropractor, you're touching so much. So there always is that sort of a healing capacity when you're touching and you're connecting. Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting, right?
Shaman.
I know. Have you ever done Akashic Records?
No, but I've heard about this before.
Girl, you have to do that too.
Do you have somebody?
It's amazing. I do.
Okay, you have somebody for everything. I love it.
We're gonna have like all the referrals. Yeah, but I love it. It's really cool because it affirms like what you're feeling too. Because really, all the answers are in you. Mm-hmm. Like, you're the healer, you're the doctor.
Yeah,
not anybody out here.
Yeah,
right. And it affirms. It's like astrology.
Yeah.
It just affirms. Oh yeah, that's me. Yeah. I don't need to be ashamed of that.
Just like the human design, just like astrology.
Yes, love human design.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
I love you. You're so much fun. We're so together. I know. This is so good. I love it. Yeah. But yeah, have you been to a chiropractor before?
I went to a chiropractor a couple of times when I like fell down the stairs.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
Okay. I got so for trauma, some sort of crisis, some sort of pain.
And then I've done a lot of, what's it called? Cupping.
Okay. Yeah. Cupping's great because it brings out those toxins. Yeah. I'm a big fan. My favorite patient is someone that comes in with no pain. Like a dentist, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to wait until you're in pain to go to the dentist.
No.
But dentistry did a really good job of educating how to take care of our teeth and not waiting until there's a problem. Chiropractic has really yet to do that.
Yeah.
Which is a big thing why I changed my practice to a younger generation.
Yeah.
I wanted that
trying
generation.
to like instruct them to do differently.
Yeah, because they're just out of their parents' house.
Yeah.
And they're just before they start to have kids and get married. So they're questioning everything.
You do ozone therapy, right?
I do ozone too.
What is that?
Ozone is incredible. It's one of the things. I was in a car accident about 4 years ago in Mexico. Drunk driver rear-ended us. And so I broke 5 bones in my pelvis.
Have so many stories.
I know, right? 5 bones in my pelvis, 2 in my low back, 2 in my mid back, 2 in my neck. I had all kinds of, pretty good.
You were in Mexico.
I was in Mexico. Oh. And they kicked me out of the hospital because my nose was broke. So they couldn't do a COVID test. So they kicked me out of the hospital.
Oh, this was during COVID?
It was right after COVID. So welcome to Mexico, right? Anyway, so I came home eventually, and I started doing rectal, vaginal, and ear ozone.
Amazing.
Okay. So what it does is ozone is O3. It's 3 molecules of oxygen.
Okay.
Right. So the way I like to explain it is that third oxygen molecule is a way for it to get into the tissue that you're putting it in. And then that third oxygen drops off. And now you're just left with O2.
Okay.
Oxygen.
Yeah.
And it floods wherever it is you're putting it in. So I had a really bad concussion. So I would do laser on my brainstem and then all the lobes of the brain. And then I would do ear ozone. So that could go to the brain. And then I would do methylene blue. I'm sure you heard of that.
Yes.
Right. Really good for Alzheimer's, really good for any sort of brain injury, just rebuilds everything. So then I was doing...
Do you give that in your office?
Yeah.
And how do you apply it? Isn't it like the blue...
Yeah, so you drop it in water. You would just drop it in this.
Doesn't it dye your mouth?
Just for a second. I mean, what you want to do is you'll do like a stainless steel straw, put it in the back of your tongue, and then you sip it that way.
Got it.
You do it that way. It will, but it will go away.
Got it.
Your tongue is blue, but it'll go away.
Okay.
What it won't go away is if you stain, right? Because they used to use it to stain things. And I started doing coffee enemas. All through my accident.
You have so many different things that you're...
Yeah, so my biggest deal, I want to clean my blood. I want to have maximum amount of oxygen in my blood, or in my body. And then I want all the mitochondria in my cells working. So that's where peptides come in too.
Oh, so what peptides do you do?
So all of those. Right now I'm doing TB 500, BPC 157.
Yeah.
And then I also am doing copper.
Okay.
So those are the 3 main ones. And then,
where are you getting them?
I have a girl that is incredible. The reason why I love her is because it's not, oh, you want this here? Yeah, I'll just give you it to you.
Yeah.
Here, she sits, she does analysis, whether it's blood, whether it's stool, urine, whatever it is.
Yeah.
She's going to go in and analyze, know what you need, give you the peptide, tell you the supplements you need to take to rebuild your gut. Because a lot of people are using them to lose weight.
Yes.
Not the total solution, right? We need to change habits. So that's where all the rebuilding the gut comes from. That's why I love her, because she talks to you about what you need and what's good for you and what's not, right? Because some people, it's not just one size fits all.
No.
Right? So all of those things are what got me through the accident and healing from the accident. But the ozone, rectal, is going to go in and it's going to clean the blood. But then also vaginal is going to go in. Thank God we're women, right? We can do vaginal because it goes straight to the lymphatic system.
Ooh.
Really good stuff.
That sounds amazing.
Right? Coffee enema.
Yeah.
Really important. I don't know if you've heard of Gerson therapy.
No, what's
it's a lot
that?
of chronic. Gerson was a doctor that invented this technique of healing the blood, basically healing the body from diabetes, Parkinson's, cancer, everything. His daughter runs the clinics now. They're in Mexico. But they use juicing as well as coffee enemas because it goes through the liver and cleans all the blood. So every ounce of your blood passes through the liver. right?
Is it painful?
No, not painful at all. It's just hard to hold in. It's a practice to being able to hold it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long do you have to hold it in for?
15 minutes. So as close to that as possible.
Really
and that takes
long.
practice. It takes practice, right?
Are people even able to do that on the first time?
No. My first time I held it for 8 minutes, and my friend who
like
was introducing me to it, she was like, how the hell did you do that? But then it took me forever to get back up to 8 minutes. So now I do it. So I'm 52.
Okay.
Started having hot flashes right after the accident, actually. And how I handle hot flashes are coffee enemas.
What?
Because it cleanses your blood, balances your hormones.
So it...
Right.
Wow.
Makes sense? Yeah. Yeah, really cool stuff.
So that would be really good for people during postpartum who are trying to balance their hormones.
Absolutely. As long as you're not nursing.
Oh, you can't do it when you're nursing.
You don't want to do it when you're nursing. Correct.
Oh, so wait until after.
Wait until after.
I'm still trying to balance my hormones.
Yeah.
And I'm
coffee
done breastfeeding.
enema would be great for you. Coffee enema, methylene blue. Those would be really good things. Yeah, absolutely. It's really good stuff. Ozone oil. I make my own ozone oil. It takes forever to make it. Basically, you're just going to pump ozone through oil. And it takes me...
What does it do?
So you apply it on your skin. So any sort of like cut, any eczema, I had a girlfriend. She lives in Texas. Her and her kids were visiting. Her and her husband and her kids were visiting. And her baby, teeth were falling out. Just like couldn't figure out what was going on. Yeah, just could not figure it out. Eczema all over her body. She wouldn't eat, like all this stuff. So they wanted to start to take her to all these different, she had a home birth, no vaccines, like no drug, no nothing. So, you know, it was super clean, right?
Yeah.
And we ended up doing NET. She was holding the baby. I was doing it. Her husband's deceased brother came through. Needed to send a message to the dad. This is crazy ass shit. I know. I'm sorry. Am I allowed to cuss?
Yes,
I'm sorry.
that's fine.
Crazy ass shit. Never seen this in my life. I had just started doing NET at the time. And I was like, I don't know if this is going to work, but let's try it. Right. Literally, she got off of that NET session and she ate an entire hamburger at the table. She hadn't done that in her whole life, 18 months. What the fuck?
Did her teeth stop falling out?
So teeth are getting better. Eczema completely gone. However, we did put the ozone oil all over her. So she's still doing the ozone oil, does not have any issue. They wanted to take her to all these different occupational therapists and eat, you know, how to use your mouth, how to eat, all these sorts of things. Nothing. The NET and the ozone oil. She says she's totally fine.
So what else can you use the ozone oil for?
Anything and everything. Just topically, nothing inside.
Right. No.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I would put it inside.
I put it on my face. Madison loves, she has like an ozone thing too. Actually, she does too. But she has these dewdrops.
Yeah, I have those. Oh, they smell so good.
I'm obsessed.
They smell so good.
So I'll put that on at night.
Yeah.
And then once that's in and it's kind of dry, then I'll put ozone oil on.
And what does that do for the skin?
Well, ozone's going to give your body a ton of oxygen.
So it's going
to hydrate
your skin.
Exactly.
Like crazy. Oh my God, I need to buy some of this. When can I buy some?
I should have brought you that.
Yes, why
I brought you a pasta noodle. I should have brought you that. For sure. Yeah. Isn't that like...
That's incredible.
Ozone's been around forever.
But nobody talks about it.
Because they poo-pooed it.
Why?
Because it works and you don't need medication. That's the truth of it. There's no money in that. How can pharma actually, right? That's why they're doing this stuff with the peptides now. Pharma's understanding I can make a lot of money off of this. So now I'm not going to let anybody get them, right? Now they're making it really hard to get them. Mm-hmm.
My husband has a longevity company. They sell longevity meds and they can't sell certain peptides because it's technically for research only. And so they don't want to get in trouble.
Right, exactly. I can't sell them either. However, we should talk to your husband about this. One of my patients was telling me that they're actually selling them now, strips that go in your mouth, like Listerine strips, but they're peptide strips. They're doing glucosamine, BPC, and TB. And CJC. And it's just a strip in your mouth. And it can go through the blood-brain barrier.
And those can be sold?
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to start carrying them. I know. I'm going to try it first. You know me. I got to try it first. Let me see the results. then I'll bring it in.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right? But your husband could probably sell those. I'll give you contact.
Cool.
Yeah. Little shout out to Jack Feldman.
Oh my God, I'm so glad we met.
Yeah, we have so much to talk about.
We have so much more. We could talk for hours.
Right, we could. Yeah. I'm all into integrative.
Yeah.
I want it to be There's so much.
It's amazing that you offer so much at your practice and you're not just chiropractic. So someone can come in and do all of these other things and not even get adjusted, right?
Of course. Yeah. But remember, the adjustment connects your brain and your body. The nervous system is everything.
Wow.
Right? And remember, our nervous system is the brain and are we out of time?
Almost.
Yeah.
Not yet.
The brain is the brain and spinal cord are the first thing to develop in the womb. And then the organs come from that. And then the spine is built to protect.
Got it.
So the brain and spinal cord are first. Everything comes from that.
And then,
right? And then we have the spine to protect. So chiropractors, you think we're bone doctors. We're not. That's an orthopedic. Right? That's an osteopath. What we are nervous system doctors.
Interesting.
We're getting to the nervous system through the adjustment of the spine.
Oh,
Make sense?
Oh, yeah.
So that's how I can adjust that baby and her spitting up goes away. That's how I can adjust a low back and menstrual cramps go away. That's how I was adjusted in my low back and changed my diet and why the dysplasia went away. Right?
Wow.
Because we're working with the nervous system and the brain and the body, as long as it can communicate at 100%, it has the capacity to heal anything and everything. Right? But the patients always come in and, so can you heal my dysplasia? I move the bone and God does the healing. I don't know. Let's just see what your body can heal.
Wow.
Because that's between you and your creator. I'm just going to get everything out of the way for you to have complete communication.
Wow. That sounds lovely.
Right? Like that's
I'm kind of sold.
Yeah, right. Come on in.
Well, before we wrap, I want to ask you one more thing.
Yeah.
If you could tell your younger self something, what would it be?
That all those things that didn't happen that you wanted to happen were actually a blessing and they were protecting you. So trust.
Trust.
Yeah. Trust.
Well, yeah, if you trust that everything is happening for you, not to you.
That's right.
Yeah.
I love you. You're so good. Yay. This was so fun.
Yay.
Yeah, thank you
so
for
much.
having me.
I end everything with a prayer.
Oh,
so
yay.
may we carry what we need, release what we don't, and stay open to the magic that is still unfolding. So thank you for sipping your matcha and sharing your heart with me today.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
You're amazing.
You are too.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to No Matcha, No Mama. If you love the episode, share with a friend, leave a review, or come say hi. My Instagram handle is at Dina De Laurentiis. You can also find me on TikTok at No Matcha, No Mama. If you want to connect with my lovely guest, Tanya, her personal account is at Dr. Tanya Reynolds, and her clinic is at Innate Love Wellness. And please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube or my Spotify. I would greatly appreciate it. And remember, thriving takes intention. See you next time.